Hey guys, today I'm going to be making Italian sausage, peppers, and onions, one of my favorites that I used to get down the Jersey Shore. So here I'm slicing some washed green peppers. You can also use red, orange, and yellow peppers. They'll make your dish look very colorful, very eye-catching, especially if you want to show off and be a little fancy. Um, when I use peppers and onions and sausage for pasta, I cut the veggies in large dice. You can still use sliced if you'd like, but aesthetically, I like it to look very even. And in pasta dishes, I'll cut them in large dice here. Here, I'm just cutting the little bit of bitter of the peppers. Sometimes I cut them, sometimes I don't. I don't know. Anyway, I guess I chose to cut them today. So I didn't have any yellow onions, so I went ahead and cut half of this red onion here. I did find a little piece of yellow onion in the fridge, so I'm going to add that to my mix. Toss these veggies together and set aside. So I have 7 Italian sausages here. I'm going to turn my casserole on, and after preheating, you see I put a little bit of oil, and I'm going to place my sausages right in the pot. We're not going to move them. We're just going to let them sit here for about 3 to 4 minutes. After that, we're going to go ahead and turn them. We're going to do this on every side, 3 to 4 minutes, and then flip. And I want to say you don't necessarily have to cook this or brown it in a casserole, pan, or pot. You can also grill these or cook in an oven. I just choose to do it this way because I like to render the fat and let the juices come out. I feel it adds depth to my sauce. So after browning all 4 sides of the sausages, I'm going to go ahead and take them out and put them on a plate and set them aside for a few minutes. Even though there's a little fat from the sausage, I'm going to add a drizzle of oil and add our peppers and onions. I'm going to go ahead and give that a quick toss and let that sit here for a couple minutes. And as it sits there, before I toss it, I'm going to put a little salt and pepper to start. And then I'm going to go ahead and give it a quick toss. So we're going to continue tossing these peppers and onions until they start softening up. As you see here, the peppers and onions are starting to sweat. I went ahead and added a tablespoon of that jarred minced garlic in water. The water is actually helping pick up and lift some of those flavors that were left over from the sausages when they were cooking. You can also add a splash of red wine in this step, and this will make your dish extra special. I didn't have any on hand, so it is what it is. After cooking these peppers and onions down a little bit more, I'm going to go ahead and add my tomato sauce. I opted for tomato sauce because these are for sandwiches. Had I been doing pasta, I would have used the crushed tomatoes and I probably would have doubled it. Anyway, this is what I'm going to use. And then I'm going to go ahead and add some herbs. I went ahead and cut some parsley, oregano, and basil and mixed it together and tossed it on top. Let's give this a quick stir and cover it up for a few more minutes. Okay, so at this point, the tomato has been cooking. I tasted it and it needed a little salt and pepper, and it was a little bitter. And I think it's just, how canned tomato products is. So I went ahead and added some salt and pepper and a little dash of sugar. It's only to balance out that bitterness. If you put too much, you do not want a sweet sauce, so be very careful. So once you tasted your sauce and it's ready to go flavor-wise, it's now time to add our sausages. So we're going to put our sausages, and I'm just going to kind of place it on top for a little bit and cover it and let that sit there for a good 5 minutes. After 5 minutes, I'm going to uncover, and then I'm going to go ahead and toss everything together. Once everything's together, I'm going to put this on the lowest setting and cover again. And then just let that sit for 10 more minutes, or at least until your sausage reaches 165. Once that's ready, turn it off and we're ready to go. Okay, so I was gonna put a part of where I build the sandwich, but unfortunately it didn't record. I did get this part though. I didn't have any Italian rolls or buns, so I ended up using these Portuguese rolls that I bought. I toasted each side, and pretty much each half was the bun for the sandwich. And here you go. These were so good, guys. If you try this, let me know.